6:15. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Soundhi Thavam. The highest number of corona-infected persons identified yesterday are from Colombo. An allowance will be given to the teachers and principals until their salary anomalies are solved. A decision will be taken next week regarding the GCE O-level examination. 264 new projects to accelerate water supply activities. And in world news, Iran vows to avenge scientist assassination. The National Operations Centre to Prevent the Spread of COVID-19 says that 473 corona-infected patients were identified during the 24 hours ending at 6 a.m. today. The highest number of infected persons, totaling 137, have been reported from Colombo. 63 have been reported from Gampaha and 35 from Ratnapura. The number of infected persons reported from the Minuwangoda and Paliagoda clusters has increased to 19,431 during the 24 hours ending at 6 a.m. today. 22,500 corona patients had been reported in the country by yesterday. 16,225 have left hospitals after completely recovering from the virus. 6,168 are undergoing treatment at hospitals and treatment centres. A total of 410 have left hospitals and treatment centres during the 24 hours ending at 6 a.m. today. 8 deaths have been reported during that time. The number of deaths thus far is 107. Meanwhile, 149 have arrived in the country this morning from Doha, Qatar and India. The Education Minister, Professor G.L. Pieris, says that a special allowance will be given until the salary anomalies of the teachers and the principals is solved. The necessary measures have already been taken to solve this problem. The Minister made these comments to a question raised by parliamentarian Shanta Bandara in Parliament. All relevant information will be directed to the National Salaries Commission after submitting it to the Cabinet for approval. The Minister of Education, Professor G.L. Pieris, says the 2020 GCE ordinary level examination will have to be postponed again if all schools in the country cannot be reopened soon. His comments came during the parliamentary session today. The 2020 O-level examination was pushed back to next year due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus, and it was rescheduled to be held from the 18th to the 27th of January 2021. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Mobile clinics implemented for the people who are suffering from non-communicable diseases living in isolated areas in Colombo City and the flats has been extended. This program was initiated by the Disease Prevention Department of the Colombo Municipal Council for the health safety of the people. That's local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Minister Vasudeva Nanayakkara says that arrangements will be made to accelerate water supply activities. It has been proposed to commence 264 new large-scale projects in this regard. He said it is expected to complete these projects within 2 years. He made these comments at a discussion held yesterday with the Advisory Working Committee of the Ministry. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
In Watchlight, the water supply to 3 suburban areas of Colombo, that's Batramulla, Palavatta and Akuregoda, is expected to be suspended for 12 hours today. The National Water Supply and Drainage Board said the water cut will be effective from 9 p.m. tonight. The National Water Supply and Drainage Board further said that the move comes as a result of essential maintenance work and that came to you in watchlight. On to a bulletin of world news in the headlines. Iran vows to avenge scientist assassination. The Japanese Prime Minister urges the SDF to overcome sectionalism. And the world's loneliest elephant is finally going free. Iran's president has blamed Israel for the killing of a top nuclear scientist yesterday and said it would not slow down the country's nuclear program. Hassan Rouhani also said Iran would retaliate over Mohsen Fakhrizadeh's killing at a time of its choosing. Fakhrizadeh was killed in an ambush on his car by gunmen in the town of Abzad, east of the capital, Tehran. Israel has not commented, but it has previously accused him of being behind a covert nuclear weapons program. He was Iran's most renowned nuclear scientist who headed the Ministry of Defense's Research and Innovation Organization. Prime Minister Suga Yoshihide has urged the three branches of Japan's self-defense forces to overcome boundaries between them in order to better respond to new challenges. Suga addressed around 800 members of the ground, maritime and air self-defense forces today at an air review ceremony at the Iruma Air Base in Saitama Prefecture. Suga said the government is waging an all-out battle against the coronavirus pandemic. He commended the self-defense forces for their response to the pandemic, citing their operations on the virus-plagued Diamond Princess cruise ship and affiliated hospitals. He called on them to keep up their efforts. For decades, the world's loneliest elephant has entertained crowds from his small, barren patch of land in a Pakistani zoo. The visitors would call for more as he saluted them, prompted by handlers who poked him with nailed bull hooks to make him perform for the money which lined their pockets. Around him, animals disappeared from their enclosures, rumoured to be bound for the plates of the wealthy, while his only companion died, allegedly of sepsis brought on by those bull hook nails digging deep into her skin. But on Sunday, the world's loneliest elephant will finally leave behind his desolate enclosure for a new life on the other side of the continent, thanks to the determination of a coalition of determined volunteers and somewhat unexpectedly the American pop icon Cher. Back to the headlines of the world news. Iran vows to avenge scientist assassination. The Japanese Prime Minister urges the SDF to overcome sectionalism. And the world's loneliest elephant is finally going free. On to development news. A Sinhala Language Studies department has been established at the Faculty of Foreign Languages, Yunnan University, China. The Yunnan University, founded in 1923, is also on China's list of top national universities. Around 25 students have been admitted to the Yunnan University to learn Sinhala as a major subject in the admission process for the university this year. That's development news, and moving on to sports. The match between the Kandy Tuskers and the Dambulla Vikings teams of the Lanka Premier League is now being played in Hambantota. Winning the toss, the Kandy Tuskers invited the Dambulla Vikings team to bat first. Accordingly, the Dambulla Vikings scored 195 runs for 4 wickets in their allotted 20 overs. That's sports news, and moving on to business news. The Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, at its meeting held on the 25th of November 2020, decided to maintain the standing deposit facility rate and standing lending facility rate of the central bank at their current levels of 4.5% and 5.5%. The board arrived at this division after carefully considering the macroeconomic conditions and expected developments on the domestic and global fronts. That's business news. We look at economic news next.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce is privileged to have Nirmala Sitharaman, Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs in India, to deliver the keynote address at the Sri Lanka Economic Summit SLES 2020. The keynote address will be during the inaugural session on December 1st. The theme of the SLES 2020 is Roadmap for Takeoff, Driving a People-Centric Economic Revival. That's economic news.
Congratulations on your promotion. It will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
On to the weather report. The Met Department says there's a possibility for a low-pressure area to develop in the southeast Bay of Bengal area during the next 24 hours. It is likely to affect the weather over the island during the next few days. Showers or thundershowers will occur at a few places in the Uva, Central, Western and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in the Galle and Matara districts. Fairly heavy falls, about 50 millimeters, are likely at some places. To conclude this bulletin of news, a recap of the headlines. The highest number of corona-infected persons identified yesterday are from Colombo. An allowance will be given to teachers and principals until their salary anomalies are solved. A decision will be taken next week regarding the GCE O-level examination. 264 new projects to accelerate water supply activities. And Iran vows to avenge scientist assassination.